Now, earlier this morning, the president decided to tweet or go on a tweet storm about the wall. He said that if Democrats refuse to fund the border wall, he would close down the southern border. Now, I want to read you these barely coherent tweets here in order. He said, "We will be forced to close the southern border entirely if the obstructionist Democrats, irony, do not give us the money to finish the wall and also change the ridiculous immigration laws that our country is saddled with. Hard to believe there was a Congress and president who would approve." The United States loses so much money on trade with Mexico under NAFTA, over $75 billion a year, not including drug money, which would be many times that amount, that I would consider closing the southern border, a profit-making operation. We build a wall or close the southern border, bring our car industry back into the United States where it belongs, go back to pre-NAFTA before so many of our companies and jobs were so foolishly sent to Mexico. Either we finish the wall, or we close the border. Oh my God. All right. Now, wait a minute. NAFTA? I thought you renegotiated NAFTA. I thought that was a big achievement. You're like, I'm going to renegotiate NAFTA, and then I'm going to change the name of it. It's not NAFTA anymore. Yeah, it's not NAFTA anymore. You did change it. You renegotiated it and really didn't change anything. And now you're like, got to go back to pre-NAFTA days. You could have done that, but you didn't because you're an idiot. Oh. He continues. Honduras, Guatemala, and El Salvador are doing nothing for the United States but taking our money. Word is that a new caravan is forming in Honduras, and they're doing nothing about it. We will be cutting off all aid to those three countries, taking advantage of U.S. for years. You know, he does realize that cutting off any and all aid to Honduras, El Salvador, and Guatemala, places that are ravaged with poverty, right? Poverty that these people are trying to escape, will actually make more people want to come to the United States to escape that poverty. And of course, about the caravan. Again, more fear-mongering about the caravan, which, by the way, a lot of the people, members of that caravan, again, most of them are asylum seekers, and a lot of them actually decided to stay in Mexico. But again, of course, he's not very smart, right? He's not self-aware. He's not a very stable genius, okay? And apparently he's under the impression that the United States would actually make money, that would somehow profit by closing the southern border to all commerce. That's what that means. Now, he says, well, the United States has a trade deficit with Mexico anyway. So we're not making any money. We're losing bigly. The thing is, Mexico is our third largest trading partner. So actually, there's upwards of $30 billion of goods that are shipped across the U.S. southern border on a monthly basis. You shut down the border, you stop that commerce, right? You stop all of that economic activity, and it goes both ways. But see, Trump is so dumb. He thinks that a trade deficit means we're not getting any sort of benefit from trade with Mexico. But that's not true. That's not true at all. Yes, we trade with Mexico. They send us goods, right? And we send them goods. But right now, the trade deficit basically means that we import more from Mexico than we ship to Mexico. But we still ship to Mexico. We shut down the border. We're not shipping anything. And by the way, there are a lot of companies and a lot of small businesses and things that do get things from Mexico that are shipped in. That'll stop. And guess what happens when that stops? Those businesses will start to suffer. Those businesses might go out of business. And look, this could be bad enough, since they are our third largest trading partner, to send the United States into a recession. But of course, he's an idiot. He doesn't understand that. So he's willing to put us into an economic recession in order to get funding for his stupid wall. Which, by the way, interestingly enough, the whole purpose behind the wall is to restrict the border, right? And to stop people from coming in or going out. Because that's what happens when you put up a wall. But here's the thing. He wants to shut down the border without a wall, right? Well, if he can shut down the border without a wall, then why does he need a wall? Right? It doesn't make any sense. But hey, welcome to Trump's world, where nothing makes sense. Of course, this whole idea of shutting down the government for a stupid border wall that nobody wants is not going to bode well for him. He's already down in the polling. Morning Consult poll just saw his approval rating dip below 40%. That's back to, hey, those neo-Nazis in Charlottesville were very fine people. We're back to that territory. And it's not getting any better. It's going to get worse the longer this stupid shutdown goes on. And it's all, of course, Trump's fault. But hey, man, look, if you want to die on that hill, well, that's up to you. But I can guarantee you are not getting 1 cent for that stupid wall. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent progressive media.